leaders. I pray this in my name, Roshin Yupanwelo, second generation member of the Best Family to
Aju, Aju. Thank you, our second gen Gloshen, for the opening prayer. So to start our meeting, first let us express our sincere and deepest gratitude as we gather tonight to our heavenly parent and our true parents by offering our bow, Chonji and Champumonimke Kyombe. And let us also express our thanks and our gratitude and recognize all our elders, leaders, and brothers and sisters who are joining with us tonight in this 120th special CheonBo by showing a heart sign or maybe a thumbs up or a smiley that we are here tonight in this special CheonBo Monday Club. So let's greet each other. And also tonight is a very special evening because we are going to hear again another testimony coming from our second gen. But before that, let us also greet um, our regional president, President Maseki Kuri, blessed and happy birthday for his birthday today. And also all the leaders who are celebrating the birthday also for the month of July, like our national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo P. Halog, have celebrated his birthday yesterday, and also other leaders who are celebrating their this month of July. So congratulations and happy birthday to all the celebrants for this month of July. So with that, then we would like to proceed with the welcoming remarks by our Reverend Dr. Julius Bibaligden, the Southeast Asia Regional President, and also our PR and General Affairs Director. Let us put our hands together to welcome our Reverend Dr. Julius Bibaligden for his welcoming remarks. Let's welcome him with our virtual clap.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Jimmy Vergara, and greetings to all our great elders, leaders, all our CheonBo families, CheonBo victors, challengers, all brothers and sisters. Yeah, greetings to Dr. and Mrs. Kittle. Also, greetings to President Hori. Today is a special day, birthday of President Hori. I think 54th. Birthday of President Hori, and it's very timely that he is in Japan right now, together with his family. I'm not sure whether President Hori can connect, but anyway, I think he can stay in Japan for a while before he will go to Korea for the 21 days Hyojongrang workshop of Heavenly Asia Pacific. Today is 120th Monday CheonBo gathering. And 120 is very significant, right? It's like 3 times 40. 3 times 40. And since we started our Monday CheonBo gathering, even though we're doing it online, but this is a very good platform for all our blessed families and all our members all throughout the region to be able to connect and understand and appreciate, encourage each other, and learn from each other, especially when we listen to the wonderful and most of the time very inspiring and moving testimonies from our CheonBo families, all including our young Hyojongrang, brothers and sisters who, even though they're still young, but already have made commitments and contributed for the providence. So we are always inspired, especially listening to them. And today, actually, we will listen to another young youth leader from the Philippines, our second generation sister Tamay Granada. And she is one of the elders and leaders here in our Antipolo Family Church with the second generation community. And yeah, it's very inspiring actually to listen to them, especially given the knowing how much they have grown in our community as blessed families, and at the same time, their heart and dedication to support our beloved true mother this time is really very inspiring for many of us, especially for us elders. When we see our young generation taking ownership of the providence, and then also even when we listen to their testimonies, I felt like yeah, even though they looks like their accomplishment is still just starting, but every stage of how much they are growing is really very inspiring for many of us, especially as elders and blessed families. Actually, this time, uh, of course, President Hori is in Japan, but before that, he went to different countries. He went, of course, to Philippines, and then he went to Thailand, and then later on, he went to Malaysia, and they have some UPF program there, meeting some VIPs. And then from Malaysia, he also went to Hong Kong, and then they just did also some UPF activity, the filial party event, and yeah, finally he went back to Japan this time. And one of the wish of our President Hori, and I would like to share to all our leaders who are here, all our elders, all our blessed families, is the wish of our President Hori, how Heavenly Asia Pacific, our churches, can take ownership of the Chonchim Providence. Of course, he will not say, one by one to each of the nations. But when he was in the Philippines, this is one of his wishes. After the night vigil condition, so that time I think we finished around 12:30 in the Philippines. And he didn't go up immediately to his room. He started talking to us. And then one of his wishes is that someday, I hope, that all our blessed families, all our members, can take ownership of the providence of Chonchim. And then he said, because this time I feel still our leaders members are like treating Chonchim like an event. So they will attend and then they will not, or they will organize in their church or not. So it's like attending an event and watching something that is going on in Korea, It's like watching a program, and then we are like audience. But President Horace wish is that let all our members really experience and heal themselves. Let them experience healing and revival through Chonchim. Because unless our members can experience this, then they will feel like this Chonchim is something that is going on in Korea, and it's not part of our nation. So that's why, when I heard that, he said, his wish is that when will Asia Pacific reach that level, reach that point wherein all members and all our churches will happily come every Chonchim and then connect, even though it's not a direction, even though like President Hori is not telling us to do, still it's like part already of our nature, because it's a part wherein we, receive all the grace from Heavenly Parents. That's why also last Friday, when Reverend Licky Song was talking, he was saying like, even True Mother, when she heard about the amazing miracles taking place in one church in Japan, where miraculously some members were experiencing healing even from some terminal illnesses. And then when Mother heard this report, she said, let us educate all our churches based on this model in Koriyama Church. This is the wish of True Mother. When all our churches, even though we're not telling them, they will just go and then they will just unite and then, connect. Especially every Friday when all the world, all our world churches are connected. So that's why President Hori said, yeah, I think still Heavenly Asia Pacific need to mature. Maybe if I will not check, they will not connect or they will not, do. So that's why my wish, he said, is let all our churches in Heavenly Asia Pacific, all our nations need to connect. All our nations, especially this time, when I see like our New Zealand church, for example, when they connect, can you imagine when it's 10 o'clock in Korea, in New Zealand, it's around 2 a.m. So that's real vigil, right? They start from 2 a.m. and then finish at 5 a.m. So this is really Chongsong and devotion. So how much, when other countries, it's still early for them. So it's not really vigil, but still it's difficult for them to connect. So that's why President Ori is thinking about this. Yeah, our members and our leaders need to mature and take ownership of the providence of Cheonbo, so that then and only then we can really experience revival in our movement, in our region, he said. Then and only then can our members can really break through in witnessing. Because, when we offer Chongsong and devotion, then the grace of Heavenly Parents and the support from the absolute good spirit world will really come down, so that when we move, then spirit world move. Utmost sincerity moves heaven, right? So that's why when we connect with Cheonbo, the wish of our true mother, when all our churches are alive, and then feel revived, and then automatically our members can really feel something. Like something is burning, and then the desire to testify, the desire to witness, and then not to miss this opportunity, especially as we are now counting just months before the grand opening of Chonil Sanctum in Cheonbo. So let us all experience that fire of revival, just like the new Pentecost really happen in all our churches, in all our families, in all our homes. So the wish of our President Hori is actually just expressing the wish and the heart of our beloved true mother. So when we come together every Monday listening to testimonies, then the more we will be inspired when we listen to, like breakthroughs and miracles in the front line, because we are all united in offering Chongsong together. So our prayers that this time, President Hori's birthday, all of us can really unite together and then determine that we can really bring miraculous victories and results that we can offer to our beloved true mother before the opening of the Chonil Sanctum in Cheonbo. So let's have a great, amazing Monday Cheonbo gathering today and be inspired with the testimony of our sister Tamae Ranada. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, our Reverend Dr. Genius Mimalik Dem, again for that very wonderful welcoming remarks, as we're always being updated and always given the guidance, especially the wish of our President Seichi Huri today. So we look forward that all of us can really take ownership and be responsible of attending the Cheongshimon, not just because we are told, but let's move the spiritual world. This is said to be our actually the billions of absolute good spirits have been liberated. So let's bring them and work together with the entire spiritual world to bring miracle to the Cheongshimon. So thank you again, our Dr. Genius Make Them, for that welcoming remark. Let's give him again another big round of applause. And now, for us also to receive their opening message, so let's welcome our Cheon the chairman, Dr. Robert and Tita Tricia Quito, for their special message, their opening message to each every one of us. Let's welcome them with our big virtual clap.
Thank you, Jaime, and thank you, Dr. Julius, and happy birthday, President Hori. We're so happy that he could be in his home country with his own family and also his parents that are there. I'm sure he's attending his parents as well. We know they're there and they're struggling with, old age. It comes naturally. Anyway, we appreciate his support and sacrifice by being here. I want to just pick up a little bit on what Dr. Julius said about the importance of Cheongshim. And True Mother is doing this. She's gone to South America. And first of all, she went to America. And just just traveling at her age is not easy. Sometimes I've been with her. This was a few years ago, and even then, she was using a wheelchair at the airport because the distances are just so long. But still, we know that she's still traveling, and East and West is the most difficult because the time zones are different. And then she's going from North America. She was in Las Vegas. She's going to South America, and she's not going to the big cities there. She's going to Jardine. She wants to retrace and reconnect with Father's Foundation, True Father's Foundation. This is, Chongyang. This is her Chongchimwan. And that's what we're supposed to be doing in the Chongchimwan is make this connection with our heavenly parents, make this connection with our true parents, and with our original self, and make that alignment very clearly there. Recently, tomorrow, actually, we're going to have the PCLC fellowship program, and my wife is going to be one of the speakers. I think in the evening you'll get a memo about that. You probably already have that. But the theme is God's guidance for really, what is that? Preserving marriage. God's guidance for preserving marriage. And it's come up because it was a suggestion by one of our senior advisors about how to deal with the issue of divorce. So I wrote a policy statement, a statement on that. I'd like to just read a little bit about that as we are here and we have this opportunity to be here. I said, first of all, rather than talk about divorce, let's talk about the ideal, not the exception, but the ideal, to strengthen that. God's original ideal and purpose for creating a man and woman was so they come together and be in God's image as a couple, not just in the individual image of God, which we are, but as a couple. This is clear from understanding Jesus' teaching in Matthew 19:4 and 5. He links Genesis 1:27 and Genesis 2:24. Jesus did that. So Jesus is advocating marriage. Why? Because he wants to build a kingdom. And also, he wants to get married. A man and woman coming together as a couple, conceiving children, reflect more of God's image than they do as individuals. God is our creator. A man or a woman alone cannot create children. So when they come together, they reflect, they mirror, they are more in the image of God than they are as an individual. Jesus should have been married 2,000 years ago. To accomplish God's will, he needed to be able to do that, but he was willing to sacrifice his own marriage in order to accept God's will to go the way of the cross. This was a huge price to pay. He was willing to do that. The cross has immense value. It protected the 4,000-year providence of salvation, centering on the Old Testament and the Jewish people. And it gave birth to a new providence called the New Covenant in Luke 22:20, so that God's providence could continue through Christianity for the past 2,000 years. When our Lord returns, excuse me, when our Lord returns, which he can do because of the victory of the crucifixion, he will get married. This is the marriage supper of the Lamb. So it means the cross and Jesus' marriage are connected together. Jesus went the way of the cross, delayed his own marriage, so that at the second coming, he can get married. Then we go on, divorce is absolutely discouraged. However, this is not accomplished through laws and legislation. Preventing divorce is done through education, support groups, counseling, prayer, and having model couples, especially parents. This is not just marriage education for couples. It starts when the individuals are still single, years before they get married. This is teaching youth the value of sexual abstinence as the best preparation for marriage. There is extensive effort in the Family Federation to take every opportunity to prevent divorce. Divorce is not an option. However, in rare exceptions, especially including violence to the spouse or children, it may be necessary. But it is clearly an exception and not the rule. The problem is if legislators are making divorce laws, they need to incorporate the Catholic Church involved and leaders from other faith traditions. This was really the victory of the religious reformations, and particularly John Calvin. When he brought his marriage reformations, he did so working with the political authorities from Geneva, and they worked together to craft new marriage laws. And it has been really successful throughout Europe. They had three reasons, or three conditions for marriage. One, they had to have parental consent. Both children needed parental consent. Two, state registration. So they had to register their marriage with the state. And three, the sacramental consecration of marriage through vows of the religious or the church. So it worked very, very well. And we need to kind of go back to that. Look forward to the testimony this evening. I'll let my wife say a few things as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to greet also President Hori on his birthday and all leaders and all CheonBo victors, CheonBo challengers, all brothers and sisters. And yes, I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak in the Pacific Christian Leadership Conference Fellowship. Thank you so much also for today's meeting, and I look forward to the testimony of our second generation. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much to the couple of our 21 chairman of our Heavenly Asia Pacific, Dr. Robert and Tita Tricia Kidal. I'm looking forward to hear your message tomorrow for the PCLC and also for the always very important guidance of Dr. Kito, especially on the importance of marriage. So thank you. And again, let us give our appreciation to our 21 Dr. Robert and Tita Tricia Kito for their opening message to each every one of us. So thank you again. And now I think we are all ready to receive and to listen to the testimony and to the experience of our second gen, Miss Tamae Ana Granada. She just received also the blessing this year, and she is very active second gen, and they're very hopeful, and these are the second gen who we look forward that they are going to be our future leaders of our Chuno group. So without further ado, let me invite our Miss Tamay Ana Granada to give her testimony, her experience. Let's welcome her with a big round of applause.
Good evening to our Chon-in-One Chair, Dr. and Mrs. Robert Kittel. Good evening also to our Asia Pacific Regional President, Reverend Masaichi Hori. And good evening to our Reverend Julius Maniktem, Reverend Ron Sudusta, to our Reverend Leo Angelo Halog, and also to our Dr. and Mrs. Jaime Vergara. And also good evening to all our Asia Pacific leaders, CheonBo victors, and brothers and sisters who are here today. First of all, I would like to really say thank you very much for having me tonight as one of the testimony givers. And I hope that my testimony could give inspiration and more realizations to my brothers and sisters, especially the youths who will be hearing it. So I hope you will enjoy as you watch my testimony as well. Thank you so much. Good evening to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good evening to all our respected leaders, elders, and brothers and sisters across Asia Pacific. Good evening po. So first of all, I would like to express my gratitude for having me tonight as one of the testimony givers. Thank you so much. And yeah, actually, to be honest, when I was approached to give a testimony for the CheonBo Monday Club, I'm not sure if I could actually give a good testimony because I'm how to say, I couldn't still sort out my mind at the time. Yes, but you know, the heart of our elders, you could feel it when they ask you. So I couldn't reject the offer and the opportunity that's given to me. That's why I told our Auntie Shirley, yes po, I could give the testimony po. Yes, and yeah, here I am giving my testimony. So yeah, while contemplating on the matter, what should I share on my testimony, I made up my mind that I would share my realizations and my heart during my experiences in the front line. It's only a brief experience in the front line. And yeah, I may still have a lot of shortcomings and my experience may not be enough, but I hope everyone could listen patiently to me and to be able to somehow get something from my testimony. Yeah, so I would like to start by introducing myself. My name is Tamay Ana T. Granada. I am 23 years old and an incoming fourth year college student taking up BS architecture. I am also a second generation from Antipolo City, Philippines. Yeah. And I would also like to introduce my family. My father is Edwin Granada and my mother is Yumiko Granada. So they were blessed on August 25, 1992, under the blessing order of 30,000 couples. Yes, and I also have three wonderful and amazing sisters. And also, I have a very hardworking brother. Yeah, he is the one who gave the testimony last week. So I am the second daughter, the second child of my parents. And also, I am happily blessed with my spouse, a Japanese brother. He is Michimori, and we were blessed last April 24, 2024. Before going to the part, my loyalty journey part, I would like to share first about my upbringing on how I developed the values that I have and also the character that I have growing up. Yes. So as a child, I would always watch and observe my parents. And through their actions, actually, even though they were working, but then they would have a time, especially during the Christmas season or when there's like typhoons, they would really extend their hand helping other people. And through observing their actions and their sacrifices, I learned living for the sake of others. That memory really had a lasting impact on me. That's why even as I grew up, I also started to follow their footsteps as well. Despite also being busy with their work, they would also bring us, my siblings and I, to Sunday school and where we could listen to God's words. But you know, as you grow up, there are more responsibilities that our parents have to consider, also concerning their children. How could they give them a better future? That's why my parents become even more busy, I would say. And my father, during that time, he was working in the Philippines, working hard here in the Philippines, and my mother was working hard in Japan. So both of them are doing their best in order to really support us, my siblings and I, while we are living here in the Philippines. I remember back then that there was a period where we weren't that active in our church. As their child, I would start to be aware of how my parents are working hard so much and how much they make sacrifices for us, for my siblings and I. So there's the time I thought to myself, what can we do? We shouldn't really be that only reliant to our parents to bring us to the church to attend the Sunday school because we know that that time we also have our church friends and attending Sunwa International Academy school created by our true parents. My classmates were also second gen. Most of them were second gen. And seeing them talking about Sunday school, and that time I really wasn't that active. So I felt that I wanted also to attend Sunday school again. So yeah, at the time, because our house was really far, not really far, but it's like a 30-minute minutes ride going from our home to the church. And yeah, it was hard for us to, how to say, commute, to travel time to time. But at that time, during my grade school, I learned how to commute. We learned how to commute by ourselves. So I thought that maybe we shouldn't just be reliant on our parents to bring us to church and just attend whenever they are available. So by that time, we start taking initiatives to attend the church events, Sunday schools by ourselves. Yeah, aside from my parents, I would like to introduce the Blessed Children community in Antipolo City. I am very grateful to be part of this community in Antipolo. Probably without them, I wouldn't have the motivation to be active as a young second gen. Yeah. So by the time I was in high school, some elder blessed children along with our advisor, Mami Hiromi, created the youth organization called Peace Era of Antipolo. But now it is called ABCD, Antipolo Blessed Children Department. And they would invite blessed children who are high school and above to join the organization. And I was one of them who was invited. So I guess that was the starting point for me to receive lots of responsibilities. And it was really the time where I was trained a lot to have more discipline, especially, and my attitude towards attending our heavenly parent and true parents. In the early days of our peace era of Antipolo, PEA, we would frequently have service projects and we would prepare the program by ourselves. Now that I think of it, we were just a group of high schoolers and some are college students, and we would create an activity, a service project to share the love to other childrens. And yeah, I'm very grateful to have that experience in my high school days up until now. Because of PEA, I was able to explore my potential. I was able to get out of my comfort zone. An introvert me during high school who was very quiet and who gets really nervous around people or just speaking in front of people. Because of PEA, I was able to improve myself a lot, spiritually, internally, and also externally. Maybe like public speaking skills, and was able to have more initiative and accepting responsibilities. So being in this community really helped my development as a person and as a blessed child. And I was able to experience being a leader, an organizer, to improve my skills. And I was even given the opportunity to be a Sunday school teacher of our young BCs in Antipolo. So with that, the VC community in Antipolo really helped me a lot in my life of faith in terms of building the foundation in my life of faith because of the close bond or the relationship we had in our blessed children community. I felt heavenly parents and true parents love, and even to our elders, our parents who are also supporting our organization at the time, I really felt very blessed, and I was very grateful that I could be part of this community. Yeah, it was really happy days before the pandemic, but then when the pandemic came, everything was converted to online gathering, and some things change. You know, there are a lot. There's it's really different when you have the gathering face to face and where you meet all your brothers and sisters in one place, creating activities together, creating that bond together. And yeah, though there were some sad news along the way about our brothers and sisters who also um, went away for a while, I would say. That time I started to worry, overthink what will happen now to our community, thinking a lot of things, and how to say negativity really come into my mind during pandemic time, and doubts arise, and yeah, questioning myself more. And yeah, that's what happened during that time. So at that time also I started my first 2 years in college through online classes. And my first 2 years in architecture school was also very stressful for me. I was very lost on what I really want to do, my motivation, and yeah, I was not sure of anything that I'm doing at that moment. I just study and that's it. And during pandemic, my spiritual state started to really go down. I told to myself that I don't want to let myself be drowned with doubts and with negativity anymore. So I have to somehow reconnect myself to heavenly parents and true parents. And it's really different if you, how to say, challenge yourself in different things, because your home is a comfort zone. Reconnecting in our home is also possible, but I felt that it wouldn't be enough for me to reconnect. That's why the thought of joining YLT came into my mind, because I also heard some testimonies from my elder brothers and sisters um, who joined YLT. So yeah. So now I would like to begin the um, main part maybe of my testimony is about my YLT journey. Prior to joining YLT, I was in Japan for a few months with my younger sister for her medication. And because with I have a remaining months before my school starts, so I decided why not use the remaining time I have to join YLT. So that is why my training period under YLT was really, really short. It was really short. Yes, during my stay in YLT, even though it's very short, I realized a lot of things and really reflected a lot of things. And yeah, I would like to share the two major missions I did under YLT. Okay. The first mission the very first mission I went through or I had was the fundraising. Yeah. Actually when I joined, they already started their 40 days fundraising mission. So I think I joined on the third or fourth day of their mission. And prior to doing the fundraising mission, I really had no experience doing fundraising in this kind of way and the way that they are doing. So everything was really new to me. Even the environment was new to me. I would say it really challenged me a lot, though before that I was confident that I could somehow speak to people. Yeah, but it was in reality challenging, because fundraising isn't just talking to people, isn't just about selling the goods that you had, but it's about restoring the people you meet in the front line. So I really tried my best to put that in my mind, in my heart while doing fundraising. But yeah, it was really hard. I had a continuous battle within myself. Yeah, I would say it was really a great struggle. I have so much to overcome with myself. And I realized that when I started the fundraising period. During my YLT period, I also had my conditions. I did conditions as well. So whenever I struggle, I would reflect on myself and also write everything down on the journal that I have. Everything, my struggles, my realizations, my reflections about the day that I had during fundraising, during when I was in the front line. After writing my journals, I would do my conditions. And when doing my conditions, it really helped me to remove the negativity from my mind. Because at that time, my condition was a hundok reading condition and a prayer condition. And after a long day of doing a mission, of course, very exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually as well, I would start to read. And while reading the scriptures that I had, it helped me really check my heart, my my thoughts in regarding my mission and my attitude towards attending heavenly parents and true parents. And while reading, there's sometimes I felt that I was being lectured on how my day went. It was really sometimes when I read it slaps so hard that I started to really reflect really hard on my actions, on my heart, on my thoughts during those days. And yeah, it really helped me connect more with heavenly parents and true parents while doing my fundraising mission. The conditions that I had really also helped me to really strengthen my heart even more and to really remove negative thoughts I would have after the missions or during the missions that I had. Because of that, whenever I do frontline, I would start to appreciate more the things that I experience. So I realized that I gained great experiences from interacting with people, learned learned also from the rejections that I got whenever I do fundraising. And I came to really appreciate more our brothers and sisters who are doing frontline missions more. Because back then, even though we know some of our brothers and sisters are doing fundraising, but if I myself really don't know what is fundraising, the very essence of fundraising, I wouldn't appreciate that much, right? That's why after experiencing it myself, my respect, my gratitude even grew bigger for our brothers and sisters who are working hard in the front line doing fundraising. So that was the experience that I had in fundraising. And the second major vision that I had was witnessing. So I would say this mission I had to face a lot of challenges, even more than the challenges that I had in fundraising. And we had our witnessing in Laguna. It's a place in the Philippines, and we stayed at the NLTP Center at the time. So during the duration of our mission, and I felt very grateful and very happy because we were actually very lucky to be staying at the NLTP Center and to have the NLTP director there, the NLTP commanders and captains to support us in reaching out to the people to support us in our witnessing activity. So at that time, we were very lucky also to receive great inspirations and guidance from the NLTP director, Sir Francis, whenever he gave a sermon. So actually, I was very for me personally, I felt very, very grateful at that time because I felt that when I starting my YLT journey, I felt so so confused a lot sometimes. Though I would try to up, bring my spirit up. Sometimes it's really not enough. So whenever I heard guidance and sermons of our NLTP director, I would really felt the strong feeling the strong desire of the Sir Francis to really educate the youths to really support their heavenly parents and true parents, and that really moved my heart a lot. And yeah, because of that, I guess also the members of my team at that time were also motivated, and they were also really grateful for the guidance that they had during our stay in there in NLTP Center. Going to the main part of my witnessing period journey, actually the greatest challenge for me was being assigned as a temporary captain of the witnessing team in Laguna. So at first, I was so lost. and I don't know what to do given the current situation of the team that we had at that time. So I worry whether I could successfully finish the mission given. And yeah, during that time, why I was the temporary captain was because some of our members had already finished their YLT training and they had already graduated. So they have to leave and um, proceed to the next plans after YLT, or their plans after YLT. I was the only sister that remained in that witnessing team, and my members were brothers who were hard-headed. I would say hard-headed and really hard to motivate, and sometimes they would clash with each other. But yeah, despite those happenings, they were also very kind and very loving brothers that I have. And yeah, later on also another sister came in our team, and it really helped me feel at ease. During that time, I really struggled thinking what could I do to help my team, my members, because I know also our YLT director and also our YLT leaders, commanders, and captains also worry about the team because having a only temporary captain, I decided to take that responsibility because I also felt the strong heart of our YLT leaders at that time. And yeah, I would say it was really hard. That's why whenever I couldn't really think properly, I would really spend my time before the lights off in NLTP Center. I would spend my time in the Chuan. I would calm myself and would read through parents' words and would pray as well. You're seeking guidance and on how I should lead my brothers, my members, my team, and how should I also um, let them feel the love of heavenly parents and true parents. Well, after doing prayer and reading Father's words, that I would start thinking, making plans, solutions for the next day on how would I lead the team. Yeah, though it was really hard, but I was very blessed to have the NLTP commanders and captains as well as the NLTP director and also at the Italia. They were really a great emotional support, and they were giving me lots of advice on how I should lead the team, and I was very grateful for that. Yes, and also I'm very grateful that at times also our commander, YLT commander, would call me and would ask about the situation, and to be able to report also my heart. That's how it was. Yeah, witnessing was really challenging because with that internal situation that we had to overcome those. And as we also do our witnessing activity, we have to also have the heart and the mindset that we are witnessing not just for the sake of finishing the 40 days witnessing condition, but for the sake of holy parents and true parents. So yeah, witnessing was really challenging because you have to build connections, relationship with your invitees and to witness them, show not just by words, but then also by actions. Because we would invite them at the NLTP center, we would give orientations, we would accommodate them. And it was really challenging, but then it was a good experience for us to learn how we could witness to people. And yes, on our orientations, though we witnessed a lot of youths and they were able to attend the orientation, the 1 day workshop we had. But then in the final 7 days DP workshop, that's really the finale of our witnessing period. It was really, how to say, a very great challenge because we would contact all our invitees, we would follow up to all our invitees again and again, but then no reply. And it was really sad and very, how to say, to the point that I thought that I like to cry. But then I'm very grateful that there were really two invitees that we had. There were two who were able to attend the 7 days workshop. Yeah, despite the number, I am really grateful that they were able to join us. Them being there really filled my heart, not just myself, but all the members of the witnessing team with so much great joy because some was our invitees somehow could attend our the 7 days workshop that we have been preparing so hard. Yeah, so it was really a challenge on how we learn through our mistakes. Even though it's first time for most of us, we tried to go out our comfort zones and try giving lectures in front and try to um, communicate more with the people around us and especially our invitees in the witnessing period. We were able to successfully end our witnessing period with the great support, of course, of our YLP leaders, our YLP director, YLP commanders and captains, and also with the help of the NLPP director and with the NLPP commanders and captains. Really, I felt that my duration in YLP, especially in the witnessing period, really was a great blessing for me because I was able to really feel that great support, especially of our first generation in the education of our young members in our movement. Yes, so that was the witnessing period and the YLT journey that I had last year. Yeah. And yeah, it was a very brief experience that I had because I only had a 4 month stay in YLT. So I couldn't really fully experience much about the essence of witnessing and fundraising. But this is the one that I shared today was the things that I learned and I have realized and reflected on the duration that I had, 4 months duration I had in YLP. So maybe to share more of my realizations after joining YLP. So maybe the first realization I had was the frontline mission really helps us to connect more with heavenly parents and true parents, especially with the experience that I had. I have to do my mission when after the day ended, I would read through parents' words. I would be praying more. I started to pray even more after the YLT journey and especially during the YLT journey that I had. So it really helped me to reconnect with heavenly parents and true parents. I know my brief experience in the front line is not enough, but with that, it really helped me to connect and to think more about heavenly parents and true parents. And the second one is that I realize how great the support of our parents, our elders, especially when they're investing for their child's or for the young people's spiritual growth. And because I have been a temporary captain for a while, so I would handle things sometimes, and I would really see how the parents of my blessed children members would be very worried about their child and how they have really given a tremendous support during our witnessing period. And I felt that we are very lucky to have this very supporting um, parents, very supporting elders, supporting leaders who really invest a lot for our own development, for the development of the youths, even though it's really hard for them, even though they have to work so hard, they have to sacrifice a lot of their time, but they still continuously really shower their love to their children, even though some would even us as their children wouldn't completely realize how much effort and how much they have helped us in the development of our individuality and spiritual growth. And next is my next realization is when I was doing my fundraising mission as well as the witnessing mission, I have met several student full-time in the centers we stayed in during our mission period. And looking at them made me realize how shallow my mindset was when I was studying and letting myself be drowned in negativity. So looking at them, I felt so inspired. I've started to, I wonder how could they manage to be a full-time, how could they also excel in their studies. That's why I felt that I had to do better, to do more. I have to really motivate myself more and really take them as a role model and really take them as a good example in setting up my mindset and my goals when studying in college. So I guess those were the major realizations that I had, and that it really helped me to understand more, especially the heart of our healthy parents and true parents. Whenever I read whether the Holy Scriptures, I would start to think more and to reflect more on every words that I read. So that was the realizations that I had. So after YLT, I dedicated myself as a Sunday school teacher in Antipolo and assisting with the marketing team of ABCD right now, Antipolo Best Children Department. At the same time, I am doing my best in my studies, and I really motivated myself to really finish my studies in architecture, because first of all, I really don't want to waste the hard work and the efforts my parents spent or did for me to go to architecture school, because it's quite expensive, I know. And I had also to set my mindset that I have to do my best as well, because my parents also are also doing their best. At this time, this is what I could manage, but I hope more in the future I could help more our healthy parents and true parents, especially our true mother, our hardworking leaders, and our elders, especially also our hardworking brothers and sisters. Someday, also, I hope that I could be a professional in my field of work who could be a great support to healthy parents and true parents. Yeah, so it was my short journey on finding myself and ups and downs in my life of faith and faith. And also, I'm very grateful that I was able to came across a lot of experiences and came across a lot of people and situation that made me realize a lot of things in my life and made me appreciate them even more. Yes. So that will be all for my testimony. I hope that you could get something from it. Yes. Thank you so much for.
Thank you so much, our second gen, Amai and Granada, for that very wonderful testimony. And even though, as you said, it's a short but very uh, important experience for you to learn and to grow as a second generation, especially coming from a big family with together with four sisters and one brother. You learned uh, to give for the sake of others from your parents and also with the community of our second generation here in Antipolo, the APC, the Antipolo Blessed Children, and that helps you a lot and to improve in your leadership and being a school teacher at the same time. I mean, the Sunday school teacher. So truly, your experience also in YLT, having that fundraising and also the witnessing uh, molded you also to become more responsible as second gen, and looking forward for your graduation also for being an architect for heavenly parent and for true parents. So once again, let's say thank you to our second generation Tamay and Granada for that very wonderful testimony and her experience as a second generation. Thank you, Tamay, for that wonderful testimony. Now, with that, then we would like to invite our Vice President of our Heavenly Asia Pacific, our IAYC, YSP, IAYSP President, our Reverend Ronnie Sulusa, to give his reflections and also on the updates of our Yujong Rank workshop. Let's welcome our Reverend Ronnie Sudosa. Let's give him a welcoming applause.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and happy Monday, CheonBo Victorious Club to everyone. Our preparations for the 21 days Yeonjong workshop has been a roller coaster event for many of us. Hours and hours of meeting. And then you might have heard that there are 50 people, 50 people in the Philippines who could not receive visa going to Korea. And we decided that we will have a parallel same time event in Thailand. It's been a roller coaster. We experience the tears, the pain, the joy, the reality, the miracle of love of our heavenly parents and our victorious true parents. Preparing for the 21 days Yojong Rang workshop has been a very one of the spiritual experience that we had, and also looking forward to the people and many younger generation, second generations who will go to Korea and who are about to embark in Thailand will form part this one. And also through the hard work of our leaders, our regional president Masaichi Hori, Choniwon Chair, Dr. Kitel, Dr. Julius, Reverend Yutaka, and the rest of the leaders who form part to shape this 21 days Yeonjong workshop from the very first word of the very first sentence of the rationale and all the documents, all the preparations in between. It's been um, a wonderful journey for many of us that is worthy of telling. How I wish we get to tell. But later on po, when the time is right, we will arrange everything, all the experience, all the learnings, all the heartaches, whatever decisions that we've made, and whatever improvements that we had. We want to share this to our brothers and sisters, our blessed families in Heavenly Asia Pacific. Thank you so much. Today, we get to experience Tamae. Tamae is one of the second generations that um, I consider to be the gift of true parents in today's era. Few are those younger generations of our community who are brave enough, crazy enough to understand the path of the mission. And today we could see how different our children is when they realize profound truth of heavenly parents, when they get to become closer to the shimjong of heavenly parents and true parents, not from the conceptual viewpoint, not from based on the textbook, but based on their everyday experience of mission life. And I do hope that many like Tamae could understand more Heavenly Parents' heart through the mission, and that they get to bring this realization even after their mission life. And thank you so much, Tamae, for really gracing all our hearts with the inspiration. Still, sometimes it's quite hard to understand how did you come up to that decision of going to the way of fundraising and witnessing. But I hope that we get to understand how did you arrive with those conclusions, with those decisions in life, and that our younger generations could get to understand also your testimonies. Thank you so much po. And I am sincerely praying that you can give life to many more younger generations as you teach them in our Sunday school, in our church school, and that you can bless more, not just the second generation in the Philippines or in Antipolo, but in Asia Pacific and the rest of the world. Thank you so much po. If there is one more thing that we can learn from this story, is that to trust our children with that decision, that somewhere in their own freedom, that somewhere in their own understanding, they can find within them that courage to go the way of the mission, that we could give them the trust that they can create their own decision of following the path of heavenly parents and true parents. And our second generations are more than capable of doing that one. Our second generations are more than capable of creating this decision of wanting to understand and become closer and discover the heart of heavenly parents and true parents. Thank you so much for the gift of wisdom and also the gift of experience, wisdom based on experience, a wisdom not just based on realization with what you read in the books, but a wisdom that's based on your profound realization of experiencing heavenly parents and true parents in the front line and in your everyday life. Thank you so much. May the blessings of heavenly parents and true parents be with you all. And 8 days left till our 21 days Yojong workshop. We are sincerely asking our brothers and sisters, blessed families and CheonBo victors to pray for the victory of our Yojong workshop in Thailand and in Korea to jumpstart our Providence in Heavenly Asia Pacific. Kamsahamnida. Thank you and good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, our Reverend Roni Sudasta, for that reflection again, and especially on the update of our 21 days upcoming Yujong Round workshop, not only in Korea, but also in Thailand. So this is an amazing, great experience of our second generations, our young people, that kind of workshop, and also with this kind of testimony, also encouraging our second generation. So with that, then let's say thank you again to our Reverend Roni Sudasta for that wonderful reflections and also his takeaway for this testimony. Thank you so much, Reverend Roni. And now, as we're also looking forward to hear from our President Masachi Puri, however, because as we have heard from Dr. Junius, that our President Puri is just back in Japan, together with now with his family. So I know he's really very busy for the past few days. Now, I probably he really want to join with us, but of course his time. He says a very busy schedule, but still we look forward to see him in the coming weeks also for his great special message to each every one of us. So with that, then we would like to invite then our national leader of our FFWPU Philippines, and also have celebrated his birthday yesterday, and on his birthday, and also with those celebrants for the month of July. So let's welcome our Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo P. Halog, our national leader, for his closing remarks. Let's welcome him with our virtual.
Yeah. Thank you very much for our Reverend Jaime Vergara. I would like to greet all our leaders here, Dr. Anisis Quito, Dr. Julius, Reverend Ronnie, Reverend Jaime and Mrs. Shirley, all our beloved sub-regional directors, national leaders, and blessed families, CheonBo families, and brothers and sisters all over Asia Pacific region. Good evening po to everyone. Yeah, I'm really grateful for all of you for your really wonderful greetings. 2 days ago, during my birthday, I felt so much overwhelmed with the love in our community. really how much Heavenly Parent love each one of us. So today, we are celebrating President Hori's 54th birthday. Yeah, last year I remember we were in Thailand. That time was CheonBo event. We had the cake cutting that time during the 53rd birthday of President Hori. And yeah, supposedly 2 years ago, we will have big celebration in the Philippines, but because of what had happened of Prime Minister Abe during his birthday, so we couldn't celebrate his birthday in our country. But yeah, today we are very happy and really moved with the testimony of our second generation, our sister Tamae. Yeah, I think this is one of the desire of President Hori. Yeah, this in the beginning, Reverend Julius, Dr. Julius Malikdam mentioned President Hori's dream that all of us, best families, brothers and sisters, can truly become the owners that really participate as really not only looking at Chonshimon activity as an event, but truly become part of our being, as what Mother now is emphasizing, not actually just once a week, but really all churches, members in Korea, in Japan, in America, they're actually now very eager to participate in Chonshimon devotion. So this is one of the wish of President Hori. And yeah, I would like to share also one of President Hori's wish is to be able to really raise up many young people. He mentioned that around 10,000 young people in the entire Asia Pacific region that can truly take ownership and can be sent all over the world. So especially this time that we have the Heavenly Top Gun, President Hori's wish in our country and all over Asia, our nations later on shouldn't just be receiving Heavenly Top Gun missionaries, but we should be the one to be able to send Heavenly Top Gun missionaries. This is one of his wishes, President Hori's wishes for our region. Yeah, and today when we look at the testimony of our sister Tamae, yeah, I think most of our second generations have gone through the same uh, challenge and struggles, but we could see very clearly what really made her overcome and continue. She was testifying today when she was in her mission in the front line when she joined YLT. She stayed in San Pablo, seeing our NLTP brothers and sisters there who are, he's wondering why they are like full time, they are dedicating themselves. So he realized that, through that mission, then you can be more closer to Heavenly Parent and to true parents. This is actually very true. That's why President Hori now is reviving our regional training program, the YLT, or the Regional Task Force. So now President Hori's wish and desire is to really encourage, our nations to send many participants to Regional Task Force, YLT. Actually, I just came back also in Manila area. I visited the Bicol region in the Philippines. I traveled by land around 9 hours actually on the first stop, and then to the main area 12 hours from Manila. So I just arrived this afternoon. We are arranging our the leadership in that area, and also as I visited there yesterday, I could be able to participate in the graduation of 30 uh, youth, really great potential. So actually in that area, because of the support of our Filipino Japanese families in Japan, they are supporting scholars. Actually, I think around over 200 scholars of them. Many of them graduated already, but actually very few could be able to really continue and take public mission until this time. So it's good we could have discussion yesterday there, how to be able to really guide them and connect them to the really pipeline where we can really raise them up. So I met like one graduate there. He's supposed to teach in Shia. I encouraged him to join the Yeongjong workshop. And after the Yeongjong workshop in Thailand, he will be taking public mission. He just graduated in university. And then these actually scholars of the Filipino-Japanese CheonBo families in Japan are supporting in that region. They are intelligent students. Actually, they're intelligent students. So I could really see great potential in that area. So now we are discussing how to collaborate more and how to really connect them in this providence now of True Mother raising many young people. So I'm really happy. Actually, today we are looking for young people now who can support and work together with our Heavenly Top Gun. In the Philippines now, we have still 9 Heavenly Top Gun. So now there's also 2 graduate from that area. They are now attending the 10 days workshop in IPLC. So after that, I would like to encourage them to join our team here in Antipolo, to join our sister Annabelle and sister Sumima, as we will be opening center soon in Antipolo area, in Rizal area. So I'm encouraging them to take public mission, and really, I would like to really unite with President Hori's wish and dream to be able to really encourage and raise up many young people that can take public mission in the future. So when I look at the area in Region 5 in the Philippines, actually because of this foundation that they have in UPF, in YSP, with the government there, and then with the support of our Filipino-Japanese families from Japan until now, then actually it's a great opportunity to encourage young people to join. So I was really moved during the graduation yesterday, their first time actually of these members, and then they were amazed with True Parents teaching. So really, with the foundation there, and then if we can really connect them completely with True Mother's wish this time and desire, truly we can really raise up many young people that can take part in the Providence at this time. So I was really inspired, even though it's really quite far traveling from that area. But really, I hope, and I reported to President Hori, I hope we can be able to really raise up many young people from that area that can truly take ownership at this time. So again, we could see from our sister Tamae's testimony, truly our second generations, actually, they need to have such experience. So as President Hori now is reviving this training program, I hope our second gen, our young brothers and sisters, before settling down of whatever career they wanted to pursue, it's really very necessary for them to have at least 1 year of experience. And if there's opportunity for them to become part of the Heavenly Top Gun next year, and then they can be sent by True Mother in different continents, truly they can really become the true pure waters that can truly testify about our beloved True Mother, and truly can really support in really realizing substantial Chon Il-guk in this very important time. So again, I really offer my gratitude to our sister Tamae. Actually, their family, I was really their family is really one great model in our country. Her father and mother, they are very sacrificial, and they never slow down. They are always active in our church. So we can see actually once the families are always active, participating, children can naturally follow also. So really, as blessed families, we are truly the model, starting from our own children. So like this family of Kuya Edwin Granada, all their children, actually, the last week was the youngest son. He will become full-time in our center, and he's preparing for UPA. So truly, our nation is very proud of this wonderful Das family, and truly this wonderful second generation who are really taking the opportunity to really involve more closely in the providence and truly understanding deeper the heart of our beloved True Mother. So once again, thank you so much, Tamae, and I'm really happy. She's also one of a great Sunday school teacher in our country. My own children, they're very inspired with our Sunday school. So truly, we have a great community in this area. So I really hope all our second gen, our young brothers and sisters, can all be able to inherit such a spirit and truly such heart of desperation to really unite with True Parents, and through our Chonshimon, we can be able to really contribute greatly, substantially, to really realize Heavenly Parent and True Parents' dream, centering our beloved True Mother together with us on earth. So once again, maraming salamat po, and let's have a great evening tonight, and let's prepare for the Chonshimon devotion. Thank you very much, and kamsahamnida.
Thank you very much, our national leader, Reverend Leo, for that closing remarks, and also again reminding to us another important point President Huri would like to for us to fulfill, especially one of his wishes is for us to raise up many young people in our heavenly Asia Pacific. So we just received, even though President Turi is not joining with us tonight, but he sent also his message, and I would like to read to you. He said, "Thank you for your message, wishing me a happy birthday, and thank you. It was a good birthday. Heavenly Providence is making busy progress. I pledge to work even harder in my own small way. May God pour many blessings on you and your families," from Reverend Uri. So again, let's say congratulations and wishing our President Uri a happy birthday today on his 54th birthday. So thank you, President Turi, and again to our national leader, Reverend Leo Aguilotti Halob, for the closing remarks. So with that, then we would like to show to you some important announcement here in Asia Pacific. These are very important for us to remind continuously, especially number one of this is for the, yes, tomorrow. Please don't forget about this. This will be on the 19th PCLC Online Fellowship, which will be held via Zoom on Tuesday, July 9, 2024 from 2 p.m. Manila time, 1 p.m. Bangkok time, 4 p.m. Sydney time, and meet our esteemed speakers. And who are they? Our sister Maria Lea Hapos, Palis visitors of Mary Immaculate from the Philippine Mission, and our Mrs. Teresia Quito, Marriage Counselor of our FFWPO Asia Pacific. So let's explore the theme of this fellowship on God's guidance for preserving marriage, with a focus on the Bible passage from Matthew chapter 19, verse 9. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Let us guide and learn from their wisdom as they share insights on how to uphold and nurture the sanctity of marriage. So please don't fail to register PCLC Asia Pacific, that site, fellowship, and register. So we'll see you tomorrow on this very important online fellowship. And we have the upcoming 2024 HD CheonBo Asia Pacific Special Philippines event. This is for us to purify and heal our mind and our body and our soul, inheriting spirit and truth from True Mother through the Cheonshimon. This will be July 20 to 21, 2024. That is Saturday from 1:30 p.m. to 12, and Sunday is 9 to 12 noon. This will be in Metro Manila Church, Quezon City. So we're inviting from all brothers and sisters from age 0 to 12 years old and 13 years old and above, and meals will be collected separately by your region. This will be attended by the President of the Asia Pacific CheonBo branch, President Kim In-chon. And they're also having a daily hondoke from 6 to 7 until Friday in preparation for this. So let's be involved and attend to this 2 days HD CheonBo special Asia Pacific event, July 20 to 21, Saturday and Sunday. And we have also another schedule for the upcoming 2024 Heavenly Asia Pacific Hyojong CheonBo event schedule that will be for the month of August 23 to 25. That will be in Korea. The Hyojong CheonBo Great Works commemorating the 12th anniversary of the Holy Ascension of Sun Myung Moon, the true parents of heaven and earth and humankind. So this already confirmed, and other schedules for the month of August, September, October, until the end of this year, 2024. So don't forget to mark this calendar, and let us prepare to liberate and bless our ancestors and central evil spirit. So we ask you to participate so that we can inherit the heavenly fortune and blessing given by true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Aju. And also tonight, we are going to celebrate the 300th Cheonshimon prayer vigil here in the Antipolo. So we have already three Chongshimwon uh, uh, the prayer vigil that have reached in the Philippines, in Cebu, and in our headquarters. Now tonight, we're going to have it here in Antipolo Church. So we are inviting everyone to join, also to regularly attend to this Monday to Friday Chongshimon, connected to our Fatherland Korea, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And let us encourage again our blessed families, brothers and sisters of the whole Asia Pacific to join at least once a week or at least every Friday, where the whole world are joining together. So let us encourage and don't miss this opportunity for us to inherit such heavenly fortune from our heavenly parent and true parents. So we would like also to congratulate the 300 Chongshimon prayer vigil here in Antipolo for tonight's Chongshimon prayer vigil. So by next week, we are going to continue to listen to our second generations on their testimony, on their experience. We have our second gen Hyun Ryan Illustrissimo, who have just came back from America, also to give his testimony by next week, and followed by our second generations on their testimony. So looking forward to see all of you by next week for the next CheonBo Monday Club. So with that, we'd like to say thank you again for all the brothers and sisters who have continuously extend their support for the success of our CheonBo Monday Club and also for the growth of our Heavenly Asia Pacific. So thank you. And with that, we would like to conclude our meeting by the closing prayer by our second gen Bea Hanbi Rialin to lead us in the closing prayer. Let's invite our Bea for to lead us in the closing prayer.
So please join in my prayer. Good evening, Heavenly Parent and true parents. Thank you for this wonderful evening that you have given to us with our leaders, elders, blessed families, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Heavenly Parent, for the blessings, and thank you for this testimony that we received today. Heavenly Parent, we are praying for the protection and good health of our beloved true mother, the only begotten daughter. And we are also praying, Heavenly Parent, for the success of the unification of the North and South Korea and other countries as well. And I am also praying, Heavenly Parent, for the protection of all our leaders, elders, brothers and sisters. And may you please guide us and protect us from any kind of bad temptations. And may you please guide us and also our leaders in guiding and leading the nation. May we could bring joy and happiness to you, Heavenly Parent. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parent, for everything. And I would like to pray this in my name. Bayan Bipirin, second generation, blessed and child family. Jew.
Aju. Thank you, our second gen Bea Hanbi Rialin, for the closing prayer. And with that, as we conclude our meeting for this evening, we'd like to invite everyone to offer our gratitude and thanks to our Heavenly Parents by offering our vow, Chunji and Champo Manimke Tumbe. And also let's express our gratitude to our elders, leaders, and brothers and sisters who are present, joining with us via Zoom, to our Dr. Robert and Tita Tricia Kittel, our 21 chairman of our Heavenly Asia Pacific, to our President Masayoshi Puri, and to all our leaders from all Asia Pacific, from Thailand, from Nepal, from Singapore, from Malaysia, from all Japan, America, from Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So let's again open our camera and let us join together in this commemorative photo. And let us prepare our big smile to show, and everybody say, Abuji.
Abuji.
And everybody say, Omoni.
Omoni.
and say 사랑해요. Heart, heart. 사랑합니다. And for Vision 2025, Sunny, Sunny, Sunny. Thank you so much. God bless. We'll see you again next week. Looking forward. And please be healthy. And good night, everyone. Let's prepare.
Bye-bye, everyone.
God bless.
See you
감사합니다.
again.
Kaprumka.
Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Our Kamay-san. Kamay, thank you.